Definitely, definitely. I love the fact that it's been a slow burn to reveal why he is the way he is and why he does what he does. I love the fact that I've been able to. It's almost nice to let the audience like judge the character before knowing the whole story, and then almost feel bad for judging him the way they did without knowing. I think that's an important lesson for everyone to learn. We know you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but ultimately we do, especially in movies. We're kind of there, so we're supposed to be judging the characters and stuff. So it's nice that it's been a gradual release of information, and we're on the third one and we're still learning loads more about him. So yeah, that's been something that I've been excited about from the start. Well, I feel like it's, oh, do you know what? I love these questions, and this, like, it's exactly the kind of stuff I want to talk about. And I agree. I think it's so important because, as we all know, it's very difficult to share, what's going on inside your head when you're going through stuff like that. But the importance of it and how much it helps is just almost invaluable. So yeah, especially with someone as significant to him as Tessa, I don't think relationships can work if you have one person going through something like what he's going through, and Tessa can feel the effects of it. Clearly, she sees him day in, day out, but until he opens up and shares, and talks to her about it, they're not going to be able to solve the issue. So I think it's very admirable of him to do so. And yeah, I think it's something that we can all learn from. You know what? We had a lot of conversations about whether he should say exactly that, and I was one of the people to say, do you know what? I think he would, in the emotion. I think he would say something like that. Whether he should have, whether he regrets it, it's a different thing. I think it's fair to say he definitely would. He learns to regret a lot of his actions, but he is trying. But it's things like that people are. I feel like we'd all react in a remotely similar way. It's just, and that's why I love how he's such a troubled person, but he just can't catch a break. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's not just the fact that he's got all this stuff going on in his head and his past, but like that's a crazy thing to see and witness and react to. So I did enjoy filming it, and yeah, there was a lot of talk about whether he should say what he says to Trish, but I stood by it. I think he would in the moment, and I definitely think he would regret it. It was almost like having her was like the kind of like practice, and then like it came to a point where we couldn't, and it was like, oh, it's like I didn't have my crutch anymore. It's like learning to ride a bike, and they take the stabilizers off. So it was a little bit, I was leading up to it. We were kind of doing everything we could to get her, to try and get her there. And there's a lot of like politics and obviously stuff about travel with COVID. You can only bring her, a lot going on there. And I would have absolutely loved to have had her there. And it was a bit testing not to, but when I did speak to her, she said, you know what, I have no worries. You guys have got this. You know the characters so well by now. And any questions we had to ask, I was calling her every now and then. I'd say like at least once every week or two. So we stayed in contact, but it was a little bit nerve-wracking to do it without her. I would have loved for her to be there, but a little bit, because I would love to get some. And like I feel like having them on my body while playing him made me realize like how much I did want to get some. I still haven't yet, but I do not miss the process of putting them on and off. I went on to do a film after and realized, wow, that's incredible when you're only in the makeup chair for like 20 minutes as opposed to 2 hours. So I don't miss the process of putting them on, but I do miss wearing them a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, again, you're wording these questions in such a great way for me to answer them, because that's exactly what it was. I didn't want to be. You're welcome. No, I didn't want to be, not necessarily just like tied down, but like we don't have time to show every aspect of the way he is, and also how he is in the books kind of has to be slightly different to how he is in the films because of the nature of how we started off. With the ratings of the first films, there were certain things that he would do that he couldn't do. And I felt like because it's not my job to turn the book to a script, it would have been just confusing and would have kind of torn me in two different directions. And I think I would have been almost disappointed that I couldn't portray him exactly how he's in the books, and a number of reasons. And I think Anna kind of agreed with that. And that's why say, you know, she was like the stabilizers on my bike, because
Mm-hmm.
she was what I had to go to when I said, okay, this is something that's in the script, but I'm not sure how it is in the books. I want to stay true to it. What's the situation? And she would tell me. And yeah, so I think the only reason I got away with not reading the books for that exact purpose was because I had her there to answer any questions. I don't know, man. Like I literally just thinking now, I just want to chill. I haven't seen her in so long. I just want to chill with her and Jordan and you know, her family. And
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like there's something about the writer of the thing that you're, you know, you're bringing this person's books to life, and you kind of picture them as the, like, almost like the top person you have to please and make sure you get it right for. And off the bat, she was so like on us, like on my side of, you know, not being like, I'm the person you have to please, but like, I also am fighting battles of my own. And it was something that, like, it never felt like she was higher up or there were levels to it. It was like something about our nature of our friendship being so like level and respectful. And like, I wanted to bring the character to life in the best way for her, and she wanted me to just enjoy it and you know, be myself when I bring it to life in my own way and put my own twist on it. So I think, I don't know how to put it into words, but I think the kind of trust and understanding we have for each other and support we have for each other is not like, it's not like we work for each other, we work with each other. So
Mm-hmm.
this is tough to, again, to put into words. I think just the level of support, and just how passionate the support is, and how much it is just, it is support. It really is. It's not like judgment or like you did it right or you did it wrong. It's just like, you know, thank you so much for being this character, bringing them to life, doing what you do. And again, going on to other projects and the rest of, you know, my career, they are so passionate and supportive that I know that, you know, they're gonna be with me for a while. And I'm so grateful that they've been the people who have allowed me to have the opportunity to do it. So yeah, thankful and grateful is how I feel towards them.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what? A special, obviously, love for the London set, because I'm from London. I FaceTimed a couple friends when I was there, and I was like, guys, I'm home, I'm back. They sent me home early. They were like, oh, no way, like, where are you, in Central? I was like, yeah. And then obviously when I told them I wasn't, they were like, no, you are. No, we just saw. I was like, no, guys, it's a set. There's a mountain in the background. But the New York set was incredible. The New York set might have been my favorite, just because I guess because I'm from London, seeing a set of London was cool because it was similar and accurate. But seeing New York, because I haven't spent so much time there, was like just kind of funner to be in New York suddenly. You literally walk down London High Street and take a right and you're on New York High Street. So the fact that we're so close to each other was cool as well.